Hello everybody, DarkPhoenix Gaming here, and welcome back to Crusader Kings 2 with our little nascent Viking empire here. Last time we left off, the little miniature empire of not Denmark here collapsed after a succession crisis, or some such, and lost control of basically all of Norway, as well as a few bits down here, and I've been taking advantage of that to snap up some territory from them. As you can see, we took Holstein down here, as well as a few bits up here. And we are moving on to conquering and invading other places. But I'm going to have to settle down and wait on the conquest a bit. I think because we have a bit of threat, and I want to wait for that to go down a little so that I don't end up at war with a massive coalition arrayed against me or something. And, more to the point, we want to save up some money so that I can create the Kingdom of Sweden. That way, it's possible for us to put puppet dukes on the thrones of some of these places and take them over like that, rather than having to conquer one county at a time. But let's check a few other things I was currently in the middle of. We're trying to kill my half-brother so that we can get his land, but it's taking a while, despite the fact we most definitely have the plot power to pull it off. Our son will help us with that, so maybe this will get things going if I put a few other people in on this. So let's unpause and see what a few more additions to the plot do. And some high chief over in Finland has left the defensive pact opposing us. That's nice, I suppose. Our steward has called up an army for us. That, of course, means I'll need to attack someone with this army. Let's see if I can find a relatively weak individual that I can try and crush with just that army. Probably there isn't anyone that qualifies, but if there is, then I will do so. Well, we're probably going to need to call a few of my own men up, but not as many as I would otherwise. Why did I do that? Let's see here. This guy has about 1,000 men, so I could attack him. Moray down here would be ideal. They're pathetically weak. I can call a few of my own men. But now, I will subjugate his ass. This army, I'm leading myself. We obviously need more commanders. I'm somewhat lacking in commanders. Or I need to not ban certain people from leading the army. I'm not banning people from leading the army. Or being put in a position to lead the army, rather. I'll raise 1,300 men down there and merge them up. My hunting dog has made me no longer stressed. That's very nice. More people leaving that defensive pact. And yes, we can afford another commander. One of my vassals, skill of 22. Once these guys merge up. And I did this off camera, but we invited this lady to our court. A couple more people are backing my scheme, and my daughter needs an education. Let's give her struggle. My heir needs to get married. Let's check out his betrothed. She's not that bad, actually. I was considering breaking that betrothal and having him married off to someone with actual skill. But despite not being very religious, she's not that bad, so... I am going to... have you go ahead and get married. Or, I would, if the game would let me, but... My marshal has brought with him an ancient rusty sword. As proof it once belonged to a great hero. By adding it to my collection, it will surely make me the envy of the known world. I'm not gonna give him gold. We're poor at the moment, and I don't need to put myself in debt. Just to thank him for doing his job. And we have an okay opinion of him. So, I suppose he has earned our favor. Let's actually check out our treasury real quick and see what this artifact consists of. Ancient rusty weapon. It gives us a tiny bit of monthly prestige. Let's merge our forces together. And put him on the flank. And we can go on the offensive. And we're losing money now because I've called up my own men rather than just dealing with it using that guy. So I'm going to assault to win here. My daughter is becoming stubborn. What does that actually do? Less diplomacy, less stewardship, less vassal opinion, more personal combat skill. No, she can have a chance to be proud instead, I think. Let's kill this guy's army real quick. We captured the heir to the chiefdom of Moray. So the count, I'm going to sacrifice him to Odin. Because that's the obvious thing that you're supposed to do when you take a prisoner, right? You sacrifice them to the gods. Wonderful way to approach things, quite obviously. We drag some people out of the dungeons. And we have won that. I got a bit of gold off of that, so this will be a net gain. Now, let's enforce our demands, gain some prestige and piety, and make him our subject. stand down the army. And then those guys vanish. We have that. You don't want to be my vassal. That's unfortunate for you, as it means I'm going to have to conquer you the old-fashioned way, using sharp, pointy sticks. 485. Or maybe I'll let the month tick over and see if anything changes. Someone joined that defensive pact, but are you willing to become my vassal now? Small difference in rank. That's probably the main thing, because I'm technically a duke, just because I have not managed to get the money I need to create the Kingdom of Sweden yet. I'm technically a duke, and this person is a count, so there's not enough difference in rank, even though I'm a lot more powerful. So that makes them a little bit reluctant to actually submit to me. But I was saying that I would go ahead and conquer them. That'll bring someone else in on this. Vestifold here. But they're fully occupied by someone else at the moment. So that might not even be worth bothering with. However, I'm going to hold off on any more declarations of war for the time being. We're up to 13% threat, and that means a lot of people are jumping in to this defensive pact. So, I'll just let things cool off a little bit for the time being and save up a little money. At least for now. And our plot has finally kicked off. That guy of Herjedal soon have a tragic fall off the castle parapets. Fly, little bird, fly. It's like poor little Bran in Game of Thrones. He's just going to fall off the castle parapets. The main difference, of course, being he's not going to be pushed off after discovering a queen sleeping with her brother. And everyone is joining that damn defense pact. Because why the hell not? But yeah, we need to let that decay just a little bit. Unfortunately, our complicity was discovered. What's that gonna do to the vassal opinions? Speaking of vassal opinions, we have a couple more who are negative now. Dishonorable. That'll be the one for the fact that we had him killed, probably. Jadal was inherited by my son. I can't have him killed to get the land for myself. I didn't realize he would inherit it. It's just Herjedal now. Let's check my vassals and see who has multiple lands. My heir has Mildapad in Lapland. You just have Herjedal. My chancellor is just Kemi. Just Candelax Island. particular vassal has multiple lands. I'll stick out. He, in fact, has 3. But for the moment, I think we want to do something about the negative opinions we have in a few places. Dishonorable will go away given time, and a lot of the ones that really dislike us are due to short reign and the fact that we were at war with them, and usurped their titles. So those will go away over time, or they will have a little accident. But this guy really dislikes us. Let's see if we can't arrange an accident for him as well. It would certainly help me solidify my power if we could ensure there is another little accident. Someone else has sent a Christian preacher to our lands. I think you know the response here. We could throw him in our dungeons. Haha. Bunch of people joining that defense pact. And our spy master is no longer spy master. We'll have to put someone in place who's not as good at spy mastering. But he's a vassal, so at the very least it should enable us to do things like this. And send him over to Constant. Or rather, it should make him more amenable to listen to us. And we'll put him in Constantinople to study technology for the time being. Everyone's joining that defense pact against us. But our threat should decay reasonably fast, that we don't have to worry about it too much. This vassal is also going to have a tragic fall off the castle parapet. What is it with our plots and tragic falls off parapets, really? What is it with that, honestly? Someone wants to kill my daughter. Please don't. These other plots, though, you can go on with. I don't really care. Didn't get a chance, but it remains unknown. And now there is a rebellion going on in Jylland while they're at war and being occupied. So they're basically getting torn to ribbons right now. It would be a good chance for me to jump on in. Let's see, border dispute. What I could do to get that, and be able to go after Gotland. It's a possibility, but I want to save up money and let that go down a little bit. Someone else just joined that defensive pact. Our daughter finished her basic education and has become a dutiful cleric. Everyone insists on looting and pillaging our lands. This is rather annoying. I'm gonna have to do something about Ireland at some point, but I would like to focus more on unifying Scandinavia before I do that sort of thing. And to be perfectly honest, time for a little boating accident now. I guess we got tired of pushing people off parapets. Instead, it's time for Gudfrid to have a boating accident instead. Go on then. He can have his accident. And we failed at that. Is there anyone else we can bring into this plot without having to pay them? No. We'd have to give away some money for any other plot members. And our daughter has become a charismatic negotiator. My marshal and one of my vassals have formed an alliance. Our co-conspirator is requesting funds to hire a few carpenters who will sabotage a boat. Alright then. Here's your money. I'll have to regain that before I do the next thing. We just drowned a child. And no evidence of our involvement exists. Wonderful. Our steward is no longer steward. That's less wonderful. The chief of Meldapad would probably be a good pick for this to make people happy, but I'll put this guy in charge because he's a better steward. And get someone else on raising warriors. How's our Wolf Warriors Society progress coming along? Are we gaining any renown every month? Yes, we do seem to be. And that county that I spent forever working on has finally converted to the proper faith. Or no, it's a different county. But we're starting to work on converting the regions that aren't so compliant with our wishes, as far as religion is concerned. Lapland has still not been converted. And that's probably going to take a while yet. Someone else is inherited, and we're out one chancellor. I used the Chancellor for basically nothing, though, so we can use it to give someone a little bit of a boost in their relationship with us. Chief of Moray. can have the position, just to get him to like us a bit more. And now only 3 people have negative opinions. One of whom has a lot of power, though. This kid is rather powerful, but it doesn't look like there's any opportunity to bump him off. Still, that much power in the hands of one person, I would like to curb his ability to cause me trouble. It's saying he is the chief of a lot of lands. His heir is the petty king of Jylland, though, so if I kill him, then I might lose that land to Jylland again. So I kind of have to leave him be, in spite of the fact that he's a little bit more powerful than I'm comfortable with. Now, the Wolf Warriors has been killed. We have another plot to kill someone going on. Let's fabricate a claim. Stop that. Quit trying to fabricate claims on my lands. Well, we have inherited the chiefdom of Moray. Fucking Sax, yeah, holds this little bit of land right here. I'll have to do something about that. I also have rather a lot of territory now. I have enough that I can create Sweden. Which will mean all of this will remain under my banner when I die, most likely. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll create Sweden, then we can just sort of numb our way through the rest of these guys later down the line. And I have enough for some tech investment. Let's see, what do I want to get? Castle infrastructure, I think, will be the first one. Then, I'll leave the rest be for now. And we are going to create Sweden. Here we go. I am now King of Sweden. Meaning I have to nominate a new successor for the Kingdom of Sweden. Let's nominate our actual heir. And that's an ambition we have now fulfilled. But what do I pick for my new ambition? I'm thinking we want to build a war chest, get some coin, and all that jazz. Let's see. I'm King of Sweden now, so there might be enough of a difference in power. Yes, they'll accept vassalization. Now, is there anyone else nearby who would accept to be my vassal? You're at war? You're not at war. How am I a distant realm? We're literally right next door to each other. Really? That's just absurd. False religion, though, that kind of makes sense. Time to replace my chancellor and my advisor. Again, I'll be doing it by opinion, I think, for the most part. Get my vassals to like me by giving them positions of power. You can be my advisor. Now let's check out the vassals. Only 3 of them who dislike me, and only 1 who has any power. And now we change colors, which is always nice. It's lovely to change colors like that. We are now up to a whole 1.5 gold every month. Making a bit more cash. And I think now is the time to try and increase our funds a bit. After I save the game, of course. So we'll call up about 3,700 men. Then I'll raise my fleets. We're going to go Viking raiding. That's a war camp been built. I want to lead from the front myself. And we need to appoint a couple more commanders, since a lot of them appear to be dead. Let's get as many commanders appointed as we can. That'll do for the time being. Actually, I'll lead one of the flanks. My heir can lead from the front. Turn on looting. And it's time for us to have a little bit of fun. We're going to head into the waterways. Wait, that's a retinue? I didn't even know I had a retinue. Oh well. Now I'm losing money, but that's fine. I'll go into debt a little bit, because this should get me out of debt well enough. I'm going to land in Paris. And read them for all they're worth. A law that I don't care about, because it involves a vassal type I don't currently have, has just passed. And we are going to loot as much as we can off of Paris. Wait, why would it say that we're not able to loot? Probably means that you can't set them able to loot because we already have done so. And we're carrying 21 gold worth of loot right now. Seriously? They're going to try and attack us with that few number of men. Who are you interviewing on behalf of? No. We are just going to squish you into ribbons. Sacrifice our prisoner to Odin. Now, how much loot is the boat carrying? 21 still? And they're busy being routed. I would like to take as much loot as I can before we move on to the British Isles. One worth of lootsies. People leaving the defense pact. Right now, we're in loot central, so I'm kind of not focusing a whole lot on other things. Because getting the loot off of raiding is going to be my way of making money, since as a tribal we can't exactly make a lot of cash off of taxes. Now, that wins us that one. And we took a whole bunch of loot. We're up to 42. They're going to try to attack us, but I don't know why they think they'll be successful. I'll beat them back here. That defensive pack's been disbanded. And then, after we win, of course, oh fuck. I got the fever. Hey, I said to run away, you idiots. What are you doing still fighting? We're retreating onto the boats, aren't we? Fortunately, too. That's 45 in loot. We took some losses, but now I'm going to head up to Middlesex and lay siege to that. Next, I think that's what we'll lay siege to. Actually, we'll lay siege to Kent first, because Kent is a single county that currently does not own anything else, so that would probably make for the best place to loot. We pushed things a little bit far when it comes to Paris, but I am going to loot here. And we've contracted the flu. Now, I can't really do anything about that, it seems. Apparently some of the nearby people are going to do something about it. This province can potentially be looted for 2 gold every 4 days. And I've got 72 and counting loot on the boat. That's 1,100 men coming in. So once we beat them, I will take what I have and then run for another province. Don't want to stick around too long, after all. Don't want to stick around too long. Because everyone there seems to be doing things. Trying to kill me, I mean. We have just lost the flu, so that's very nice. Now, we're going to leave Kent. And let's see, anywhere else nearby that would be good to loot? Sussex would be nice, but I don't think that's such a good idea. I could try and hit Rome, actually. That might be interesting. Or Constantinople, even. Yeah. This is going to be quite the stupid move for me to make, but I'm going to send my fleet over to try and loot. Actually, we won't do Constantinople. Let's see, is there anywhere else along here with a good amount? Cleve. It's not bad, but no, I don't think so. Glaucus. It's through there. We'll go pay a visit to them. And see if I can't do a little bit of looting. Just see if we can't get ourselves a bit more money before we head back home. Because that's all the reason we're on this trip, don't you know? To get rich. Trade route from Kem is in dire need of a new ship and equipment to continue bringing in goods. Yeah, that really is too expensive. Sorry. But no. My dog is dead, but he gets a proper funeral, damn it. Another defensive pack's been disbanded. I would like to, at the very least, reach 100. How much we've looted before I go home. For now, let's just sit and wait. 97. And the rest of the loot is protected by a fort. That's annoying. I wanted to take all of it. Well, we can take the rest of it, we just have to get the fort down before we do. So, we'll let this come down, then I can take my money, and we'll go somewhere else. Probably go back home before we lose all our cash. And then go somewhere else. Haven't really decided yet. The wolf warriors want us to invite our daughter into the organization. I suppose we can do that. Her husband died, apparently. I will try and recruit her. No reason not to, really. And she just wanted us to ask. So that was easy. Really easy. This place will fall soon, and then I can take the last of that loot. Loot. Glorious, glorious loot. Our daughter's really good at intrigue. Our other daughter joined the Web Weavers, but apparently got a little... Sorry, the Web Weavers? The Wolf Warriors, but got a little beaten up in the process. She joins, we get 20 prestige. She likes us more, we like her more. And we get 200 renown for succeeding at our mission. Now, we just need to succeed at this, and I'll get a bit more loot. Recruitment drive, thank you. Inheritance thing, and we have lost our marshal. Get us a new marshal. You take the job. And do the most important thing of all, and train troops in our capital. And we have succeeded and looted another 21, as well as added the Fingers of St. John to our treasury, and taken a bunch of prisoners in the form of filthy Christians. So, the pillaging and looting undertaken in our name has earned us a reputation as a fearsome Viking raider. Along the coasts, mothers tucking their children in for the night mourn that unless they behave, the terrible Ragnar, scourge of the seas, will come ashore with his undead warriors and eat them. Nice. So we have become a Viking. That's plus 0.3 monthly prestige, plus 1 martial, plus 10 personal combat skill, Germanics, Reformed Germanics, and other Vikings like us more. So, we can loot for a bit more, and I think I will actually try and bring in as much loot as possible. It's just 0.4. Let's try an assault. And that's another 33. How much loot? We're carrying 158. I don't think we have any real desire to stick around and be the last place for that. There would be more loot. I'm not going to. I will stop over in Cornwall and Devon to see if we can't make a little bit more money there, though. So let's stop in Cornwall. After all, it would be a shame if we didn't pay the Cornish a visit, wouldn't it? This is going to make us a touch more loot on the way out, I think. So, I'll use that as an excuse to take some of their stuff. Just going to take everything we can that's unprotected by a fort. Then I'll move over to Devon and do the same. And everything over here in England without fort protections. So we'll do that with. We have to squish their little army in Devon before we can take what's ours. But I'd say that's well worth it. And easy. Less than 1,000 men that had to be made dead first. So, that's about 20 more. We'll get the loot we deserve. Our lover is pregnant with our child, so we are going to have a bastard. Isn't that just wonderful? That's absolutely lovely. We have quite a bit of loot that we're collecting, and I'm going to put it to good use waging wars. I'm going to put it to good use waging wars against our neighbors without having to worry about our money. There we go. Some idiot wants to make a fight out of it. Kill their commander. Yes, I am going to kill him, I think. There goes their commander. Goodbye and good riddance. And the fleet can move up to there. Say on to the ships and then over. It should be a touch faster. But let's check there's not somewhere with more valuables nearby. There is not. Bath it is. We'll go over to Bath and loot it. For all it's worth. Well, all it's worth that's not protected by a fort, really. So I'm not going to bother with fortifications. We have lost the proud trait. Vassals are doing their own wars. And getting involved in the unification of Scandinavia. That's nice for them, I suppose. After I do this, I'm going to pop over to Sussex real quick, and I will loot them before we head home. Though it may be worth my while to visit Rome or Constantinople, just for the bragging rights. And these pathetic weaklings think they can prevail with that few number of men. Sacrifice you to Odin. And still a bit of loot I want to get out of here. Let's get what we can before I leave. There. That's all the loot I'm gonna want from there right now. And actually, 230. I might not even bother with Sussex. I'll just head on down to Rome, get some from them, then head over to Constantinople. Actually, it's looking like southern Spain might actually be a good option for pillaging as well. Southern Spain, and how are you guys doing? Yes, Alexandria, that would be another good place to visit. We'll pop on by Alexandria as well. Just doing a world tour of Europe as Vikings. Because screw ruling our nation, right? We just want to pillage and plunder everything there is to pillage and plunder. This region is not worth it. '88. Oh, and the population in Lapland has finally been converted. So move over there to Västerbotten and convert them. Next, get rid of those filthy Sumanescos out of my realm. We're down to about 1,300 men and our raiding forces now. But I will keep on raiding. We had a bastard with our lover. I will acknowledge him as mine, as per usual. I'm not bloody legitimizing it. Legitimizing a bastard with the way I play is generally a last resort. If my wife is absolutely failing to produce any children, then I will have a bastard and legitimize them in order that I have an heir. But that's about as far as I will go with that sort of thing. We're going to pay a little visit to Rome, though, and see if we can't loot some of their valuables. We don't have enough men to break through their fortifications, but I'm not trying to. I just want the things that are immediately available. I'm not going to sit around and lay siege to it. I'm going to loot what we can out of here. Croatia's apparently become Orthodox. I'm going to loot what I can, then move on to Constantinople and then Alexandria. So, we'll just do this fast. Chiefdom of Finwalden. More territory in our realm. I'll look into which vassals we need to curb once I get my forces back home. For now, raiding and glory is what we're interested in. There. That's all we're gonna want out of Rome. Thanks for the money, Pope Face. I'll be back with a larger army when I can be bothered to care about that sort of thing. For now, it's over to Constantinople. Greece as a whole is also kind of nice, but Constantinople and Alexandria are extremely rich right now. And both, I think, are worth raiding for some money. There should be a decent amount not protected by a fort. At least I hope so. 41. That's not protected by a fort. That's not too bad. And in Alexandria, it's 91. Apparently, we've gotten scurvy because of being at sea for so long. My domain is too big because of that. Well, not to worry. We're going to be making landfall at Constantinople for a little bit. They have a very large army, though. So, I need to be careful. I'm not going to be... Oh. King Ragnar has just died. I'm now playing as his son. And there's a very big realm up there that's just split away. What's my military forces looking like? I can still call about 6,000 total army levies. Actually, I think I'll just recall my forces and have these guys go home. I am an excellent dueler. I think we would like to, first of all, change our focus away from business into hunting for that extra health. Secondly, I want to groom an heir. Now, Nordariki here. Split away to my half-brother. I can't kill him. It doesn't look like. Let's see. And I need to wait for my forces to get home. Now, the council is discontent. Time to appoint some councillors. Let's see. What's the vassal opinions looking like? Not all that great, honestly. So, Chief of Vestergautland, and Chief of Gastricland, and Chief of Helsingland. Those three are getting prominent council positions. And let's see. Helsingland. chap, then I need someone who's actually just good. My advisor is a vassal, but he just doesn't like me. Vermonland. He doesn't like me. Ow. Chief of Gastroclan. Is the one I would like given a position. But he's not an option. You, I guess, will have to do. Now, let's check my vassals and see what we can do to get them liking me. Chief of the Gastroclan. Honorary title is going to be one thing. You can be my law speaker. Short reign and opinions of predecessors are going to be problems. You get your ass back home so I can disband you and get to be making money again. Yeah. Characters owe me favors right now. Let's see. I have quite a few prisoners and a decent amount of money. I'm going to hold a great blot to make a bunch of sacrifices and see if I can't help with people's opinions that way. My spy master. My spy master is Christian. I'm not of a religion that allows me to demand conversions, apparently. He's decided to offer me some gold to be exempt from the blot, so we gain 20 gold and he gets to not show up. Fair's fair, I suppose. Now, these boats can head on home, and we'll get on with our religious sacrifice. I will nominate my son as successor, as it should be. All the guests have arrived, and the time's come for the blot to begin. We gather outside the temple and start by offering animals as sacrifices to the gods. While the meat is prepared for the feast that is to follow, the blood is sprinkled on statues of Odin, Thor, Freyr, and the other gods, as well as on the worshippers themselves. And now it is time for the human sacrifices. So, if you were if you were unlucky enough to get caught, then you're about to die. My wife is apparently not interested in letting us establish a relationship. We will write her a letter. Ciara is brought up from the dungeons and escorted to the temple. As soon as she spots us, she hurls insults and spittle our way, continuing even as the noose is placed around her neck. The hatred in her eyes cannot be mistaken. Allfather, we offer you this sacrifice. 25 prestige, 15 piety. It was offered up as a sacrifice. This person was brought up from the dungeons to the temple. She sees the noose about to be placed around her neck. She pushes the nearest guard aside and makes a desperate run for it, but to no avail. Our men drag her kicking and screaming back to the temple. Sacrifice number 2. The wife is still uneasy about us, apparently. And she just stares ahead without any emotion. That's kind of creepy, honestly. But we'll sacrifice her as well. Let's see. The chief of Vestermanland has contacted us. It has not escaped me that several of your commanders lack formal training in military tactics. I'd like to offer my services by training these 3 in the use of advanced battlefield stratagems. Yes, I'll agree to that. We'll owe them a favor, and they get specialized training in terrain and such. This person is brought from our dungeon and escorted to the temple. As the noose is placed around her neck, she steadies herself and murmurs several passages that you recognize as being from the Christian Holy Book. We will sacrifice you. First Christian sacrifice of the game. Nowhere near the last, and it's quite certain. With the sacrifice is over, the feast at the end of the blot can begin. The meat of the animals that were sacrificed has already been prepared, and there's plenty of mead to go around. Let the celebrations begin. Vessel opinion increases by 15 for 12 months. We're conversing with another guest when the loud screams of passion interrupt. In one corner of the room, in full view of everyone else, Borkvard is engaged in carnal pleasures with one of the serving girls. Both are completely naked, and only when they notice the stunned silence in the room do they seem to remember where they are. By the All-Father. And my opinion of him goes down because of his questionable behavior. It's not his opinion of me, so I'm perfectly fine with that. And we've almost made it home. Thank the gods for river traversal, otherwise this would take us forever. It's already taken quite a while. So I'm glad it's not nearly as long as it could be. Feast is over, and with it, the blot. It will be at least 9 years until you hold the next one, but as your vassals return home, most seem to agree that this ceremony was well worth the trip. Till next time, morale of armies, monthly prestige, and monthly piety all go up. And our fleet has returned home. We gained nearly 300 gold. And an increase in levy and tax. Now I'm going to stand down those forces. We'll see. Opinions in general seem to be increasing. I don't seem to have the option to declare a duel to inherit this territory because this prick is still a kid. I would like to declare a subjugation war. But that would be going against the will of the council and would be considered tyranny. Those stupid council pricks don't want to do anything. God damn it. This inheritance was a bit of a mess. Let's see. Our old option to colonize Ireland seems to have gone missing. I wonder why. Chief of Jam to Land is apparently the leader of the Independence faction. We can't duel him, but I am a member of the Wolf Warriors, thankfully, even if we're not as high level as Dad was. I'll set our focus in Upland. And we need a court physician. Our seer will do that job nicely. Too many held duchies. That's finally becoming a problem. Now, let's see which duchies I actually have. Jarldom of Ostergautland. This guy's at war in the conquest of Gotland. I'll have to wait for that to be over before I can do anything. Again, all these damned favors mean that I can't push things through. I'll have to wait till they wear off before I can wage any wars. I need to bring that kingdom back under my rule before things get out of control. I'm just glad that we still have a decent-sized army, so if there's any rebellions, I should be able to handle it, is the hope. The entire council is against that. But for this, Nidaros, they want you to go after Nidaros. I can just declare a fourth vassalization war, I think. And we'll do a little bit of conquest over here. The council seems all for that. So why not? I'll call my men and have them link up over here. I probably don't need all of them, but I am rather fond of overkill. Get everything we need up there, and then I will force these guys to become my vassal. Which is probably a bad idea, because they'll have a lot of power, but I'm going to do it anyways. A lot of these joining up. 2,700. I can lead that myself. It's not possible to appoint a commander to the right flank, which is kind of stupid. The rest of you, I probably am not going to need. But you can hang out there in case I actually do need them. Ah, favor to force them to join factions. Jeez, we are going to have some problems to deal with. So now, wait a few days and do an assault, I think. Send a few of my men, back them up there. Just to finish this a little faster by assaulting everything. Probably not the best of ideas, but whatever. I'll finish this quickly. And that way, we can have our war be over with before we lose too much money. We're already minus 5.5. Let's get you into that position. That's over and done with. So now we move on to the next thing, while that one gets sieged. I don't suppose you're willing to give up now. Come on, you pansy. Wow. That is quite obviously the best response ever. We'll take that. Move on. Now they're willing to give up. Thank you. We have won a little vassalization war. I'll stand down my forces. We're over our vassal limit, apparently. I need to give away property. Let's see. Probably I need to give away one Jarldom, so let's find the one I don't want. Ostergautland there. It's going to be what I want to give away, but I'll be waiting on that. I don't suppose it's any more likely than it seems, is it? No. We can't have him killed off. And the entire council is against going to war there because they're all returning a favor. To this prick, my marshal, who is a malcontent. Is there any way I can get him to stop being a malcontent? Here, have some money. In fact, I'll do that with a bunch of people. The here, have some money approach to diplomacy. See if it doesn't improve opinions anywhere. We should at least be able to get people to hate us less, even if they don't like us. As a result of this, yes, I am a pagan ruler, yet I am paying off my vassals. It would seem that's a universal fact, that money wins people over and shit. Who are you people? Finnmark. Let's see. Who are you attacking? Finnmark in a subjugation war. They appear to be winning. And Moo over there, they also inherited. God damn it. Ireland. You are so annoying. I should probably not have started that whole thing. Really? Oh well. High Chief of Ireland. I could try to subjugate him, but there's that whole problem. Now I can see about taking over a few of these places, I think. Or I would if my council wasn't such a pain in the rear. Thanks to that one asshole. Speaking of the council, has my marshal stopped being a malcontent yet? No. No, he hasn't. Now. Let's see here. If I could try and sway him over to my side and get him to no longer be malcontent, that would be really nice. Then we could have an actual diplomatic relationship. Let's see. Hedmark has managed to inherit some more territory. I should go spar with this guy, apparently. Let's duel. Go on, then. And that'll happen in a few days. We kick his ass, because I am awesome at dueling. And I gain 200 renown. Now, I'm gonna save this because I want to try something as an experiment, and if it doesn't work how I think it will, then I'll probably reload. You know what? I'm going into the laws, and I'm going to decentralize. Is it possible? To deal with the vassal limit issue. The increase in my domain size is seriously not worth it. And I don't think I actually need the increased centralization. I'm fine with just having more vassals. Quite honestly. And it might even work out better for me. Still got quite a few vassals who do not like me. Chiefess of Nidaros here. You have a lot of power. You're that one I just conquered. You have a lot of power, and I'm not comfortable with having you remaining as a subject, so we're going to do something about that. So, if you could die now, that would be real nice, yeah? Lots of people are joining a defensive pact against us. We're up to 160% plot power. Hopefully she'll die soon. Let's check out a few things. Which of you likes me the most? I think that would be you. Vestermanland. It's chief. Actually, I won't be creating that title just yet. That won't be getting created because it's all lands that I personally hold. That's one that I personally hold. Nidaros. We are not going to be doing that. Everyone's joining their bloody defense packs. Now, how is that kid has actually got some popularity? I'd love to know that. I've inherited another bit of territory. I'm gonna hold on to it for now. I've also inherited some gold. That has me below my vassal limit again. 9% threat, or thereabouts, is a nice level to be at, I think. I do wish I could do something about that idiot. Those favors, when do they wear off? That's what I want to be able to check. When do favors you are returning wear off? As I want to know when I can declare war and have these people not get all pissy about it. You don't matter. Prosperity in the capital. Hooray for that. Now, going after this individual is something that everyone is fine with. But everyone and their grandmother will jump in on me if I do that. Okay. These people are the ones in the defense pact against me, aren't they? That's the only thing I can think of as to why I'm prevented from attacking them. Yeah. They're in a defensive pact against me. I'm gonna have to wait for that to tick down before I can secure that. Ale of Ale's host. Huh. Who are they even? Who even are you guys? That's a retinue just in a useless location. Get rid of it. That'll do. How many? Oh, I only have the one child, but I have a couple of siblings that I could marry off to these annoyed vassals and maybe get them on side in that way. He has a wife. His son has a wife. That's probably not gonna work, is it? Yeah, I'm just gonna be waiting until the council is no longer returning favors. Nonsense. Honestly. Land. And until my threat ticks down to below 5%. For the time being, I'll just focus on making more money. That'll have to be it. We'll just ask how we can help him. That works, right? Just being direct. Probably works for some people. Don't know if it'll work with him. It did. He started to like us more. My marshal is no longer a malcontent. Does that mean... Lotharson. My seer, who's a glory seeker, doesn't want the war. I wish the marshal wasn't a glory seeker. As it is, I'm going to have to defy the will of the council, force it through. Or wait for him to be an adult, and then kill him in a duel. But that would be another 7 years if I had to wait. I'd really rather not. The ones that want to put him on the throne... I should be able to deal with them, since I'll be crushing him in a duel if we wait. Otherwise he'll end up being a nobody in my court. Yeah, the only people I can attack are ones the Count doesn't want me to attack. Well, the only ones I can attack without fighting a whole defensive league. Which is rather annoying. Yes, kill the High Chiefess for me, please. She has far too much power. I need her out of the way. Someone became a fortune builder? Don't actually know who you are. Holland. I could go to war with him, but he's also in that defense pact against me. That's annoying. And I don't want to fight the whole pact right now, even if I could. Spymaster is dead. You're good, and you're a vassal who doesn't like me. Have the position. And go off and study technology for me in Constantinople. You can also do that. Still, these favors are making it difficult to get a war through against them. How even did my half-brother getting those lands make him become independent? Was it because I was over my vassal limit? I think it must have been, because otherwise he should have just been a subject and just inherited the lands. Okay. The High Chiefess is dead. Now, let's check our vassals. Yes. It does look like her lands were split up a bit. Or maybe not. Her heir is heir of everything. That's annoying. But her heir is also located down here. This is gonna be a while. I may have to just go against the council and attack these guys regardless, but I'd like to avoid that if I can. Still, we need to get our threat down before we do anything else. Well, I don't want to kill her, but killing her heir? No, that wouldn't work. I would have killed him just to prevent inheritance problems, but it ain't gonna happen apparently. We'll create another duchy there. I hold one of the land. Isn't that so might not have been the best idea. Oh well. Can do that. And now, my number of vests has gone down a bit, and I need a new spy master. Sort by rank. I'll have to give the position to someone unworthy. Vicious rumors. Wonderful. Well, I'll afford you an honorary title now. And send you a gift. That way your opinion is positive. You're my spy master, so that's fairly important to ensure that you have a positive opinion of me. Who are you at war with again? Oh, it's them. That's filling out the borders a bit, but I don't like how you're gaining more and more power. It's going to have to be an instance of me curtailing some of that. And not too long, I think. Actually, this guy who holds Dal we probably need to address first. Apparently, our friend in Nordriki is losing the war against Finnmark, though. Hurry up and lose that. Or you could win it. I'm fine with that too. Now it's the holy war with Mulu. That's the problem. I need to reincorporate that bastard. Sometime soon. Because he controls about half the territory of what was once my empire. And I don't like that. Not at all. Okay, we're up to 2 people, including myself, voting for a war against them. I need to get 2 more over to my side. Would either of you two, could I get a favor? I don't have the money to buy favors from. But I need to somehow be able to declare war on them for the purpose of that whole thing. Being able to go to war with Nordriki under my half-brother so that I can unify the realm again. As right now, we're awfully fractured. I need to do something about this. I really, really fucking do. But that's not gonna happen anytime soon, sadly. they're going to lay siege to that place, really take it over, and that'll be one less location I have to conquer, so in that vein, it's not too bad. It's kind of annoying that they're going to get extra power because of it. I would have liked to avoid that. But we have that defensive pact that we made to go away. 5.9% still, though. 19 months to decay properly. That'll be December 8/12 soon. Let's pause the game. It's now 5.6% threat total. Someone else is joining the faction to put that prick on my throne. Can't say I'm too impressed about that. But I could just wait until he's of age and then kill him in a duel. Seeing as it doesn't look like I'm really going to be able to go through with a plot to kill him, which is unfortunate. However, I think that I'm going to end this stream here. I think we've hit a good stopping point. Plus, it's about the usual length of time I run these for, roughly 2 hours or thereabouts. So I think this is a good place to halt at. So, it's been DarkPhoenix Gaming. Thank you very much for watching my latest live stream of Crusader Kings 2. If you want to catch any of my other streams, then Saturdays and Sundays, 1 PM Eastern Standard Time, is when I'm usually streaming. Though I do the odd stream that is not on my schedule, and you can find those posted in my Discord channel and on Twitter, so check me out there. Links down in the doobly-doo. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you for the next one. Take care, everyone. So long for now.